and welcome to Treasure Hunt. This week, Simon Boreham and Nick Bundy are going to try and direct our Skyrunner, Annika Rice, around a course by solving 5 very cryptic clues. Now, you know you've only got 45 minutes in which to solve them, don't you?
We do. Yes.
And if you get Annika to the treasure, you win yourselves £1,000. All right. Excellent. So far. Now, tell us about yourselves. Where do you live, Simon?
Well, I live in a village near Sevenoaks in Kent, and I'm married with 3 young children. And I'm a manager in the international division of one of the large clearing banks.
What about you, Nick?
Well, I live in London. I've recently moved from East London to West London. I've recently married as well.
And what do you do?
I work for a telecoms company in the centre of town, so it's a 10-minute bike ride for me. Very easy.
That's good.
Very easy.
But you're not strangers to each other?
We're certainly not. We've known each other since the age of 11. It's getting on for 15 years.
Yes.
You didn't have to say that. So, Wincy, would you like to explain what I'm going to do?
What I'm not going to do is be giving very much away. I will be plotting Annika's course on my map over there, and I'll be generally keeping an eye on you and letting you know whether you're ahead or behind on your schedule.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks.
I tell you, there's one thing that you have to remember on this, that we will not here in the studio be seeing Annika. That makes your job just that bit more difficult.
Right.
But we can hear her, and we shall know what she's going through on your behalf. I hope she can hear me. Can you hear me, Annika?
Hello there! I feel a bit stranded at the moment, and when you see the programme go out, you'll understand why. I'm in Shropshire, and I'm standing on top of the keep at Ludlow Castle.
Yeah, that sounds lovely.
It is the most beautiful castle. It was built in 1086. That's 20 years after the Battle of Hastings.
I remember.
Oh, you remember? Oh, you were there at the time, of course. That's silly. And it's really rich in history, this place. It was here that a 13-year-old prince called Edward was proclaimed King Edward V of England. In 1483, he and his younger brother travelled to London. Edward thought he was going to be proclaimed the king, crowned the king, but it led to their mysterious deaths as the princes in the tower. And it was also to this very castle that Prince Arthur brought his bride, Catherine of Aragon, for their honeymoon.
That's me.
That's you?
One of those.
Oh, you've just had a honeymoon. Well, try and find it on your map now.
Okay.
Ludlow.
Revelation.
We've got you.
You've got that. Okay.
You got
Right in the middle.
Right away.
I'll introduce the crew when I get back.
Right, well, in the meantime, let's
Right,
have
let me get
Wincy tell us a little bit about the area.
Well, Shropshire, it's hidden really. It stretches from the western edge of the Black Country, Birmingham, Wolverhampton area, right down to the rolling hills of the Welsh border. And Ludlow, our start point, is north of Hereford and south of Shrewsbury. So it's marked, I've got it marked there for you. And just to give you an idea of the scale of this map, if the helicopter travels at about 80 miles per hour, it's going to take approximately 16 minutes to travel from north to south.
Right?
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, good.
I've been joined by some people.
In the meantime, what I can tell you is the treasure is to help yourself to something refreshing. To help yourself to something refreshing. But I'm afraid, Annika, I don't think you're going to like it very much.
Oh.
Right there, right, if you're ready,
Thank you very much.
if you want to read the clue, I'll start the clock. Lots of luck.
Right, here's the first clue. Treasure's team, spelled T-E-M-E, at a Cornwall family home. Our quest, a ruby from Gravetie, a cultivated traveller's joy.
You work that out. I'm just going to climb down again.
You could hear it all right, could you?
Yeah.
Hello,
Treasure's
Annie.
team at a Cornwall family home. Our quest, a ruby from Gravetie, a cultivated
Your first objective,
traveller's
to
joy.
find the helicopter.
I know this is going to take about half an hour.
Okay.
That's great.
Cornwall family home.
Any ideas about
Not
this?
yet. Let's have a look at the map.
Treasurer's tomb. Cornwall
No.
family home.
Let's have
Cornwall.
some Shropshire.
Simon,
I think we should have some
let's try
Shropshire
that.
or Cornwall.
Yes.
Cornwall? The name is Cornwall. And let me know.
Yes,
Could
we're
well
looking
be.
for a connection with the family name Cornwall.
I think the Duke of Cornwall, wouldn't you? I would guess myself.
Yes,
Have a look
probably.
at some of these. How would you like to have a look at some of these? Lots
Okay.
of books about Shropshire. I'll have a look at this one.
Cornwall. Cornwall. Duke of, ready to try the Prince of Wales, created the Black Prince.
Oh, right.
Yeah?
That
Does that
sounds
ring a
familiar.
bell?
One thing I can tell you
Yes?
Yeah.
is I think the river round here is called the River Team.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
is it?
Right.
Oh, well, that's brilliant.
Well
So it is. Well done.
Treasure's team.
Love it. Treasure's
So it's
team.
going to be on the river.
Family home.
Family
So somewhere on the river. Shall we get in the helicopter?
Yes,
and
please.
take
Can
off?
you get in the
Let
helicopter?
me just introduce the crew now. I'm back.
Right.
Keith in the front, the pilot,
Hello, Keith.
and there's Frank, the video engineer, and this is Graham.
Hello. Burford.
Where's this?
Burford,
Yes,
family name.
Right.
Burford.
We we just take off and...
Yes, please. Could you take off and hover?
Right. Take off and
Our
hover.
own travels bring us now to Burford, only just in Shropshire. Here we find monuments quite unexpected and unheard of village church. The older ones are of the Cornwall family, who lived in a castle on a site now occupied by the manor
Can you take
house.
off and move in a southeast direction
Southeast direction.
to
please.
Burford?
Yeah.
Burford, right.
Yes.
Following that book.
Oh, I see.
Have you got it?
Burford.
It's
Oh,
on
hang
a road junction.
Lived in
Yeah,
a
right,
castle on a site now occupied by the manor house. Can you see?
Penny, have you got your
Yes,
map?
yes, I have.
Have you found it?
Is it south?
Southeast.
Southeast.
It's very
Yes,
close to the edge of the
I've got
map.
it. Burford, there.
Burford.
Yeah.
Smash it.
Okay. We've taken off and we're circling over this magnificent castle.
Right, move to Burford,
And
please.
we're moving to Burford.
Smashing.
Below us is the
Move
town
that
of
down.
Ludlow.
Well, she's
Now.
partly there. She's in
Tell you a bit about Ludlow. It's a very early example of town planning. A lot of the streets were actually built by the
Great
Normans
town.
in the
Well done.
12th century.
Gardens?
Got something?
Burford
Beautiful
Gardens. A ruby from Gravetye. Have you discovered what Gravetye means?
I think Gravetye is probably the name of a place. It's probably a manor or something like that.
Let's have a look
I
on the
suspect.
map, see if Gravetye is there.
Right.
No, sorry, we're just talking to ourselves.
I saw
Right.
that. Yes, I saw that.
Thinking aloud.
Okay,
It's
that's
not
fine.
that. It's not a place, as far as I can judge.
I
From
wonder
that.
if it's a flower.
A ruby from
a ruby
Gravetye.
from Gravetye. It could be a rose or something
I
like
should think
that.
it might be. Didn't I see
Could be
something?
a rose.
What's that? You've got flowers. What's that?
I must say,
Treasures
we're both very
Clematis.
inspired.
Ah, treasures team.
Treasures Clematis.
Look, treasures team.
Team, right. Yeah, you have a look.
Is there a chameleon or something called a ruby? I mean, what are these things? Clematis. Are there, is there one
Clematis.
called a ruby?
Clematis wilt.
We think we're going to be looking for a flower, Annie, in the
Right.
gardens.
Gardens there, I would say.
Called,
Ruby.
a
Ruby.
clematis.
We've got
called
you.
a ruby.
It's a profusion. Simon, you read that out to Annie, because that's what she's looking for
Okay.
when she gets there. Inner
Hello,
gardens.
It's an alpine flower, I believe. It's called a ruby, a profusion of purplish pink flowers, frequently produced flowers intermittently during
Wine
summer
from
months.
Gravetye.
8 to
cultivated
10 feet
traveller's
high,
choice.
quite high.
8 to 10 feet high.
Wine
Yeah.
from Gravetye.
Sounds
Do
lovely.
you know?
It's in the gardens.
Right, okay. What's all the bit about the cultivated
What's this
traveller?
cultivated traveller?
I don't know.
joy?
Well, cultivated would probably
That's probably
refer
me,
to the
of course.
flower.
No, it refers to me, Simon.
Refer to you?
Oh,
Could well.
surely not.
We're the cultivated travellers round here.
Well, perhaps. Perhaps it's meant to cover both.
Where is she?
Does it tell you anything more about the...
How far have you got?
We've
about
got,
this? You have a look in that.
what's that, about
sense.
2 more minutes to go?
Okay.
2 minutes, right. We're just going along
Flowers
farmland.
frequently produce flowers. Yes, we need to find.
Oh,
Where is the?
Cultivated traveller's
Look, the
choice.
Burford House Gardens. She's looking for Burford
Yes,
House
you're looking
Gardens.
what
for
she's looking
Burford
for, isn't
House
she?
Gardens. Okay, you're quite clear about that.
yes, I land in the garden. and
There
I'm
they
looking
are.
for a beautiful, purple
It's
flower called a ruby.
Yeah,
right. That's right. Our quest, a ruby from Gravetye. Have we got the Gravetye bit?
Well, I haven't got the Gravetye
You've
bit,
had
no.
5 minutes so
Have we
far.
located this house?
Have you or have we?
No,
Well,
you.
it's down...
Yes.
Well, I had it
The
just
house
a
is
while ago.
just south of the main road, the A456. And
Yeah.
it's very close to Tenbury Wells, just north of Tenbury Wells.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I know Burford, but what's the name of the house?
Burford.
Grave time.
Called Burford House.
It's called Burford House.
Burford House.
Well, you have... It's here somewhere.
Right.
Burford House, yes.
Okay.
Burford House Gardens.
The gardens
I
are very
see.
famous.
Oh, it's actually called Burford
A
House,
bit
right.
worrying.
From Gravetye, yes, I agree. I'm trying to find something about
In
that.
about 30 seconds, we'll be coming into the
Great
town
time,
of
but-
Burford.